work through our VQ creep here. Video, quiz, clarify, read, extend with enrichment or practice. VQ creep. Let's work through it. Adriana teach me. JC didn't do so well. All right. So let's just do a little bit of clarification here. Fiction versus nonfiction. Now, some of you are having some trouble with that. A lot of you are. That's why we're doing it this week, to make sure that you understand the elements of each. So we started with our pre-quiz. We worked through our video and took our pre-quiz. If you didn't take your quiz yet, but you watched the video, that's okay. That's something that you can do at the end of the class. So let's go ahead and do our little clarification on fiction, the fictional elements. And again, a fictional author makes those decisions depending on what's best for their story. All right, so that's fictional elements. Let's clarify nonfiction. I saw a carrot this big, no lie. I love that bunny today. So let's go ahead and share out what we're reading. The first thing we're going to read today is fiction, and we're going to examine which elements of fiction are present in this story, Flying with One Wing. So I'm going to have Lexi start us off today, and Lexi, I'm just going to have you read to right here, Barack Obama. So can you please read these first two paragraphs for us, Adriana? Okay, so take advantage and reach your full potential. All right, so that's our first piece of nonfiction. We're going to do our second piece of nonfiction now, and this one is my favorite. How many of you know who Malala is? Anybody know who Malala is? You've heard of her? You know who Malala is? All right, for those of you who don't know, it is written in your read lesson. Malala is a young girl from Pakistan. At 14 years old, she started speaking out for the rights of children to get educated, and she was shot in the head by the Taliban on a bus on her way either to or from school. She was shot in the temple, in the left temple, and left for dead, and so were all of her friends shot that day. She survived, and she went on then 2 years later to speak at the United Nations on behalf of children's education. And she, now at 17 years old, she was awarded, or 16 years old, a year later, 17, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're actually, instead of reading, I'm going to save JT and Martin for tomorrow. And instead of reading, I think what we'll do today to end our session is watch Malala's speech. She looks outside of her own part of our VQ creep. And we're heading into the E, where you're going to extend today with enrichment or practice. So yay, and you're going to complete an organizer, and you can do that in teams if you want to, in pairs if you want to, or by yourself if you want to. But first you have to finish up really what we did yesterday. And what you did was you watched your video and you did your pre-quiz. Lottie did very well on that, right? We read a lot yesterday. And again, today we're going to head into our EEP. We're going to finish it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and just share from yesterday. Maria was reading yesterday when we had to go. We used the whole class time. Oh my gosh. So Maria's going to finish up reading Malala's speech for us today, and then we're going to jump into our graphic organizer, and then you're all going to do one on your own. So Maria, you're going to finish the speech today. Here she is. Okay. Yes, Maria comes to us from Pakistan. That's right. And so does Malala. So there you go. So we have someone in the class that can actually relate very, very closely to Malala's speech today, which I think is way cool. And again, whenever we talk about this, we have to give Maria a round of applause because we are so, so happy to have her with us. So yay, Maria. Yay. We're so glad you're with us, Maria. You're welcome, honey. All right, so yes, I know, give her a thumbs up. Yay, Maria. Okay, so we're going to go ahead today and take a quick look at the compare-contrast document that I have shared with you in the course. So let's take a look at what that is. Now, what did we read yesterday? Two pieces of what? Yesterday and today. Two pieces of what and one piece of what? What did we read? Right, fiction and nonfiction. We read two pieces of fiction, nonfiction, and one piece of fiction. And here's what we read. You see it up here? Now what you do By my view? What? Okay, so I'm not sure what that says, Shayna. So, what is your big plan? Malala's speech and flying with one wing. All of these things had different characteristics, and that's what we do an organizer for. So you see how that works? Yeah? All right, let's get some smiley faces if you understand how to fill out this form. Some smiley faces, let's do them in chat. Everybody give me a smiley face. I know you're over there paying attention. You've just been observing, which is okay, like I said. But now I'm going to need a lot of smiley faces to know that you understand this. Because we're going to do this right now, and that is a lot of smileys. Thank you. There they all are. Excellent, excellent. All right, I think that pretty much, all of you pretty much smiled at me. It's a smiley kind of day. Thank you. Yes, citizens are smartikins. That's what it is with this class. Citizens are smartikins. I think I'm going to get a T-shirt made up that says that. My citizens are smartikins. All right, everybody. All right, so now what do we do? Why did we do that together? Because you needed to know how to do it so that you could do it on your own. So let's go ahead and take a look at our course, especially for our newbies like Elizabeth and Kaya, to make sure that you understand where you're looking in the course to find this stuff. This is the EET part of our VQ creep. So we're going to get into extend through enrichment or practice, and let's take a look at what that looks like today. Yes, I would have to add that, Shayna, by my awesome student, Shayna. Exactly. All right, so we're in comparing genres, and we VQ creeped. We pre-quizzed, right? You watched the video, you pre-quizzed. We read together, we clarified, and then we read together, and now you're going to do extend. So you have to think back to your pre-quiz. Okay, now I changed the requirements here for you because we only had 8 questions this time. So if you are in less than a 70%, you're going to do the practice activity. And what you'll need is this document plus these 3 pieces of literature. If you earn 75% or better, you're going to do the enrichment activity, and for that you're going to use this organizer. These are the organizers we just used, the exact same thing. And you're going to read these 3 pieces of literature. All right, now you have the choice. If you would like to work with someone else today, you may go, if you want to work on it with a team, you may go into one of the team rooms. If you want to work independently, you can stay in the main room. It's up to you. All right, if you're enrichment and you would like to work on a team, go ahead and enter one of the enrichment rooms. If you're practice and would like to work on a practice team, go ahead and enter one of the practice rooms. I'm going to give you permission to move yourself. There you go. So go ahead and enter the rooms if you would like to teamwork today, do some team learning, and if not, you may stay in here and work independently with my help. Now the thing is, if you go into a team room, you can complete one organizer as a team. Just make sure all of your names are on it, and you only put the names of the people that participated. All right, so go ahead and move yourself. Rebecca's in an enrichment room. If anybody would like to work with Rebecca, that would be awesome. She likes teamwork. So go ahead and move yourself. Yes, that's important, Kamara. If you didn't do your pre-quiz yesterday, you can't really start yet because you don't know your grade on your pre-quiz. You need to guide your learning and do your pre-quiz first, okay? If you're not sure how to move yourself and you'd like to be in one of the practice rooms, just tell me and I'll move you down there. You may mute me if you're working independently. Yes, you may.